Finals Day, baby. This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Home court advantage goes to the Cavaliers, playing here in Quicken Loans Arena. And you look at this team, pretty impressive. Certainly a playoff contender with the third best record in the East.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
And they've been every bit as good as expected, Greg, rolling through the regular season, and they're gathering momentum as the postseason grows closer. I would say they'll be dangerous again in the playoffs.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Stauskas is out there with Rose. And it's McDermott in at the 3. Now here's Irving. 8 points his last outing. And that one's good by G. About a minute played so far here in the first. Irving against Rose. No luck, and Cleveland will come the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game, and for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Here is Rose. He had a 30-point outing their last game against New Orleans. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Rose. Gibson's got his second bucket of the night.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
G kicks to Thompson. There's the feed to Love. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's James. Shot clock at 5. Off target from three-point range. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the middle. Here's Stauskas. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Stauskas has got his first 2 points. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. Find out, DB.
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up, because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Thanks again, Doris. Rose goes in. There's the bucket. Good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here's LeBron following the score by Derrick Rose. Love, no good. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now here's McDermott. James covering. And here's McDermott. He had 10 points in the win against New Orleans. And here's Stauskas from the arc, and he gets the bucket. Stauskas has got 5 points so far. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. G kicks to Love. On the wing, Irving. Back to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Lets it go with a 3. G, no good. The Bulls have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. McDermott can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with G. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Back to James. Lets it go from 11. Here's G. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Bulls trail by 7. Feeds it to Stauskas. Wide open. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And G with the stuff.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Well, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Here's Stauskas. The Cavaliers making the shot. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against New Orleans.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Now, here's Irving. He's been playing a big part. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Now here's LeBron. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston. And there's the defensive 3-second call. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Cavaliers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Solomon Hill comes in for Kevin Love.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Outside Rose. The dish now to McDermott. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Plays it up and banks it in. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. It's not while the ball's in his hand.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He finished with 19 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. This was a big win for him and his team as they snap a losing streak with that win, guys.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Bulls knocking down the 3. That's a 2 from Smith. Here's G. He had 19 points in the win against Houston.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Dunleavy. He's guarded by Hill, all by himself. Sinks that one from the post. Hill's got 7. Bulls trail by 10. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's
And a pretty tightly.
Fans, you gotta get loud.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
And what a game for G. He's got 13 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Stauskas is out there with Rose. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. The Bulls have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
It's tipped. James. And that one is hammered home.
He is almost money when it comes to finishing in close. Nice bucket there to increase the lead.
Gasol a screen. Down low, here's Gibson, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
LeBron outside. Clock at 6. Cleveland gets it back. Thompson passes to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Stauskas' shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Irving's shot is good.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Here's Stauskas. He's got 9. Here's Gibson. Misses off the left iron.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Cavaliers have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He's off on the second.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Bulls have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight, and that one misses. And he sinks the second. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Inside, here's G. Here's Thompson. And he drops it in from the low post. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Bulls trail by 10. Rose attacking. Here's Gibson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Love with the bucket.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Oh, Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Stauskas kicks to Gibson. Outside Rose. Pass to Gasol. Shoots from the right block. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
James. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. LeBron's got 6.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
And let's get this update now. Stauskas.
He got it! Wow. He caught it!
My goodness.
Free points.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, G is in at the point. LeBron James is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Dellavedova in at the 2. Inside, just 4 to shoot. Now Dunleavy. Outside Gibson. Pass to Dunleavy. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Noah with a screen for McDermott. Cavaliers with the rebound. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Here's Stauskas. Hill with some nice D. The Cavaliers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And it's Dellavedova missing.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Dunleavy dishes to Gibson. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Gibson's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Bulls. G passes to Hill. He dishes it to LeBron. Power down with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Bulls trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Here's Stauskas. And James pulls it down. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Dunleavy kicks to Stauskas. High post try. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
So for the Bulls, Saul comes in for Joakim Noah, and it's Rose in for Mike Dunleavy. Stauskas dishes to Rose, kicks it to Gibson. Outside Rose, fires, high post, can't hit. Excellent D there from G. Cleveland leading by 10. Hill, a screen on Gibson. Dellavedova from outside. It's rebounded by Stauskas.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the. Movement and communication there.
Kevin Love.
1:10 left in the 4th quarter. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Cavaliers.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the 3-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
I'm sure it meant a lot to them not letting a conference opponent get the better of them. That's important to them for sure.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Gasol gets it to go. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
LeBron kicks to G. Can't drop the tough three-pointers. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, LeBron James. He delivered quite a star performance, not uncommon. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. For the Pacers, they come in off a win in their last game against the Hornets. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset, riding high right now. And as we march toward the end of the regular season, Shaq, I want your opinion on veterans being rested in back-to-back games.
You know, Ernie, here a lot of people complain, but let me tell you, from personal reasons, it's the right thing to do in some cases, especially for the older teams to have a real shot to win a championship. Popovich has been doing it. Look how many rings he got.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about extending the regular season.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers winning their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, it was reflected in their shot block total, Greg. I mean, they were very disruptive, which I think is a combination of hustle and muscle.
Ellis. On defense, Indiana. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. G is out there with Irving, and it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Here's George, kept alive by Indiana. Another shot. Hill, no good. Now James. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
The Pacers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. On the wing, Ellis. Falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Passes it to G. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Pekovic with a screen. George against LeBron, and stolen by LeBron. Here's G. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
For Indiana, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Ellis outside. Pick up by Hill. Hill kicks to Hill. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Irving. He had 10 points in the win against Chicago, and he gets the bucket.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Hill, a screen on Irving. Pass to Pekovic. A baseline J. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's LeBron missing.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And there's Pekovic. That one's good on the assist by Hill.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one drops. And so Thompson nails both of them. Now here is Hill. Last game he had 12. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The jump hook lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Pekovic has got his second bucket tonight. There's the dish to G. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Well, now let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Nate McMillan. Doris?
Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. Hill passes to Ellis. Dishes to George. Shoots off the screen, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's James. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Pacers trail by 4. Hill with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Irving, good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And now, let's hear it for your teammates.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for C.J. Miles. Paul George comes in for Shumpert. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hill's subbed in for Ty Lawson. They've got Ian Mahinmi. George Hill out there with Ellis. Then there's Pekovic, and it's George in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Shot clock at 3. Pulls from the top of the key. Kept alive by Indiana. Kicks it out to Ellis. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Ellis has got his third bucket of the night.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Here's G. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 10 points for Freak.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. It's back to Hill. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Irving dishes to LeBron. The shot is off. Pacers trail by 5. All going up court. And Ellis the bucket on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight. Here's James. Here's G. Feeds it to James. The screen from Thompson. Here's G. Offline with his 3.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And George, here we go. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Irving.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's G. He's guarded by Ellis. Left side, Irving. To the paint. Here's Thompson. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. And so Thompson nails both of them. 1:37 left now here in the second. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls made a big difference. He dropped 14 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
It's a tie game.
Hi, Kevin.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. Monte Ellis has been sensational.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot. even the tough one.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. She is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Thompson is screen on Hill. Irving against Ellis. And that one's good, Irving.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pick up by Hill. Fires the three. Thompson with the rebound. Cavaliers shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. To the inside. It's stolen by Hill. George against LeBron. Outside Hill. Here's Pekovic. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his third rebound tonight.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it. And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Ellis outside. Hill kicks to George. 5 to shoot. Steps back and fires. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Such a wide open look. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead for Indiana. They've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And it's Ellis penetrating. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Thompson with the bucket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 4th assist in this one.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Smith checked in for G. Indiana also making some changes. Mahimi comes in for Nikola Pekovic. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Hill. And Cleveland also making a change. G's checked in for Smith. They've got Amon Shumpert. Paul George is out there with Hill. Then there's Ellis. And it's Mahimi in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Ellis against Irving.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Inside, here's G, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Pacers trail by 5. Ellis outside. Right side Hill. Tries it from 19. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. James kicks to G. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Shumpert with it. He's picked up by Irving. The drive by Ellis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
Ellis having a terrific game. 13 points and a steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
No problems knocking that one down. 7 points for Kevin Love.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Love outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Hill, a screen on James. James against George. 5 on the clock. Releases. Cavaliers with the rebound.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again. And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
The kick out to LeBron. To the middle, deflects the pass, and so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. James wide open. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for the Pacers. Irving drives in. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Nate McMillan address his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
All right, Doris, thanks. And George kicks to Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. With the shot from the top of the key, he buries it. Hill's got 10 points here in the second half. Cleveland leading by 4. Here's G. Kicks to Love. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Ellis. Banked in off the glass. Ellis has got 20 points.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
G, no good.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that. Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Here's Irving. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Good. Irving's got him falling right now, that's for sure.
And now, let's hear it for your East Base.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Six seconds left in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making it.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Here's Hill. From deep, George. The shot is off. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
Hey.
Thank you, Kip.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present Kevin Love with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a 4. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the
Well, the team won tonight, but certainly no thanks to you in that effort. Do you feel like you let down the fans with the way you played?
Let down the fans? You serious? But we won the game, man. Won the game. The fans know what I could do. Just because I didn't get it done tonight don't change a thing. Yo, come back and we'll have a more serious talk next time if we actually lose. Next question, please.
Do you feel like if you stepped up your game more, this game wouldn't have been so close?
Stepped up my game. Man, you act like I did nothing out there. My game was a big part of our win. Yeah, that's right. Win. So as far as I'm concerned, we ain't got nothing else to discuss. Next question.
Well, it's no secret that you're approaching free agency. Are you going to give a hometown discount if they make an offer?
Yo, I'm gonna have to refer to my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, on that one. He's your man if you want to talk business stuff like that. All I can say is I'm focused on finishing the season. I'm doing the best I can with this team. I'll think about all that other stuff when the season's over and me and my girl Yvette are sitting on the beach somewhere in Jamaica. And that's the truth.